Have you ever heard of a place called Bay St. Louis, Mississippi? If not, you're about to. It's a great fishing destination, a fun family vacation destination. It's got lots to offer, and we discovered it a few years ago. We're going back there on this week's episode. We're going to catch several kinds of fish. It's going to be a lot of fun. Glad you're with us. Let's Fish TV is on the air right now. That is a fish. Oh man, look at this.
It's time for the only program that brings you real-time fishing reports from the Southwest region every week.
Oh my gosh. Oh, look at that. Woo!
This is Let's Fish.
Hi everybody and welcome to the show. It's quiet and peaceful on the streets of Bay St. Louis, Mississippi this morning. Not much going on here. It's early, but by this afternoon, this place will be hopping with great seafood and their wonderful restaurants, adult beverages, and all the nightlife going on in the establishments behind me. Kids and people out playing on the white sand beaches. This is a great destination for a family vacation. If you haven't heard of Bay St. Louis, it's also a fantastic destination to catch inshore saltwater species, and we're going to do just that in the next half hour. We are going out on the bay, on Bay St. Louis. We're going to be taking our Waypoint Customs Blazer Bay Dream Fishing Machine. It's custom rigged out with all the goodies, all the gear, all the toys that make fishing fun and functional out on the bay. I hope to catch 3 different species today of fish that swim back there in the bay, and I'll tell you what those are in just a moment. While we're out doing that, we're taking you around your local region for this week's fishing reports from our expert team of insider reporters from lakes, rivers, and bays, right where you live, both freshwater and saltwater. Right now, we're gonna go get clothes changed, go jump down in the Waypoint Customs boat. Next time you see me, I'll be out on Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. Right now, let's get it all started back at the studio in your weekend planner.
Hey everybody, and welcome back. We want to make sure to wish you a happy Independence Day weekend. We hope you're able to celebrate on the water this year. Look for fair game fish activities Saturday and Sunday. Expect those prime daytime hours to begin around 7:02 on Saturday and 7:35 on Sunday morning, with top evening action starting at 7:27 on Saturday and after 8 o'clock Sunday. Depending on your area, expect the sun to rise around 6:26 and set at 8:41. The moon will be a last quarter moon with 35% visibility. Stick around, we've got fishing reports from across the area on the way. Plus, I'll return with the 2020 Bassmaster Elite Angler of the Year, Clark Wendlandt, to answer this week's Ask the Pro question. Stay with us.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Have fun out there. Power Pole, Total Boat Control. Visit Mississippi. Good times are close by. Low Boats, 50 years of boating craftsmanship. Balls Out, made in the USA. Heavy-duty mounts for your fish finders.
And there we go. How about that? What a beautiful fish. That's a good start right there. There goes my bobber down. Eat my shrimp. He got it. There we go. There, that's a redfish. That'll get us a start anyway. Oh yeah, it's a good fish. Get the net, slide it under him. Oh, he don't like that net. There we go. All right. All right, we're off to a start, ladies and gentlemen. We have a redfish in the boat. Gently, gently. Let's get the hook out of him. And there we go. How about that? What a beautiful fish. That's a good start right there. There you go. Right in the face. Won't you do it? Well, we're out on Bay St. Louis today, and we've got a good start. Right there, we're gonna turn that fish back. We're releasing redfish. Today, Boy, I didn't get all the fight out of that fish. Away he goes, and he'll stay right here and somebody else will get to catch him. Well, let me get you set up here. We are out on Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, and I fished saltwater all the way up and down the Mississippi coastline. This is one of my favorite places to fish, but I've got several. In fact, here are some of, let me give you the lay of the land of all the good saltwater spots along the Mississippi coast. Starting on the east side, it's Pascagoula. Then you come on down and it's Biloxi. And then past Biloxi, you've got a couple of small ones. You've got Gulfport, and then past Christian, then Bay St. Louis, and then Waveland. And then out offshore, you've got Cat Island, Ship Island, and Horn Island. And I've caught fish off of all of those spots. This is Bay St. Louis. It's one of the two bay systems off the Mississippi coast. Biloxi's a big bay. That kind of gets you a start, gets you the lay of the land, and I hope to catch several more fish coming up in the next few minutes.
Hi everybody, welcome to this week's Lone Star Lakes, brought to you once again by the good folks at Fun and Sun Tackle. Not only do they have a great selection and great prices, but they have a great staff if you need any help at all. And if you're not near either of the two locations, they'll be glad to ship your purchase to you. Now this week we're going to start at world famous Lake Fork, but we're still not bass fishing. Nope. This week we're going to go after the crappie. You'll find them on the brush and at the bridges. Use your 360 imaging, your live imaging, your surround imaging, whatever it is you have, to scope out those bridges and brush piles until you find some crappie. And over at Lake Athens, it's time to catch some bass. We're going to start early in the morning with frogs and topwaters and Cincos all around. But by about early midday, you're going to see schooling bass on Athens. Rig a tandem fluke rig, rigged on one line. You'll fire that into the school and you can catch them two at a time. That's this week's Lone Star Lakes. Be sure and check us out on Facebook, Lone Star Lakes.
There we go, I got a fish. Way out on that underwater grass line. What is it? Oh, it's a nice flounder. Oh my gosh, yeah. Oh, easy, 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 easy. Come in my net. There we go, I got him, yeah. All right. Well, we are catching a little bit of everything today, and that was the plan. I wanted to catch some of everything that swims out here, and I've got a nice flounder. Now, look at this bad boy. If I can get him out of the net. When I'm by myself, I always use a net. Don't cut me. Don't cut me, partner. Look at here. There we go. Well, look at that bad boy. That's beautiful. Caught him on a spinner bait, and I'm actually fishing in here for redfish. That's what I was trying to catch. It's what I wanted to catch, but I caught the bonus. I caught a big old nice flounder. What a beautiful fish, and a great eating, great tasting fish. We are catching the fish that eat today, boy. That's beautiful. Well, back he goes. We're not. Man, I'd like to keep that dude and fix him flounder pontchartrain, stuff him, and broil him. So, I'm just going along here fishing these grass beds with a redfish magic. That's a little Strike King bait. I'll show you everything at the end. And I'm just trying to go along here and fish all the little grass points and indentions. You know, you just find the little features, little bayous that come in, and you fish those little points, and you're likely to catch anything. And I love this place. There you go. There's your big old sheephead. That's a big one right there. There's a bite. There we go, we got it. Oh, that's a hard pull. Let's see what I got. Stripped a little drag right when I set the hook on him. Be a big black drum. I haven't caught a black drum yet. Oh, baby. These fish out here on the ocean pull some kind of hard. Oh, big old sheephead. This may just be a sheephead day. Well, I've made a switch and I've come out to a big artificial reef. This is a Katrina Reef, and this is one of a bunch of them that the state of Mississippi has put out. Let's see if I can get a finger in this fish. Show them to you. Here we go. Wow, that's a big old sheephead. So there's all kinds of fish that live out here on this reef. But you can see it behind me. It runs for maybe 300 or 400 yards. And this is the debris from Hurricane Katrina many years ago. They decided to make use of it. So there are 73 of these inshore artificial reefs, either in or close to shore. And then there's 15 offshore reefs. And you can go catch the red snapper and the kingfish and even some of the billfish off of those. There you go. There's your big old sheephead. That's a big one right there. And let him go back. See you, buddy. So all of these artificial reefs are marked on their website. So you can just do a quick search like I did for Mississippi inshore reef locations. And there's a website and they list all the locations. They give you a GPS coordinates for all of them. So I just punched in a few of the GPS coordinates, came out here, and this one's actually only maybe a couple of miles outside of Bay St. Louis.
Hi everyone, Captain Greg Worm here bringing you this week's Texas Coastal Fishing Report. Now we're going to start in Galveston and talk speckled trout action. The North Galveston Jetties has been holding clean green water despite the high winds. And Team FGTX, hey, they've been catching solid specks, redfish, bay snapper, and Spanish mackerel, freelining, live shrimp close to the rocks along the tip and the boat cut. Now for those looking to battle a big shark, hey, now is the time, and it will only get better as we move in through the summer and water temperatures continue to rise. And remember, if you want to get down to Galveston or Freeport this summer, and I'm already booking for fall bay fishing, hey, give me a call or book online, and I would love to have you aboard. I'm Captain Greg Worm, and I'll see you next week.
Hey friends, Captain Kevin Broussard here with your Let's Fish report coming to you from Hackberry, Louisiana, Cajun Paradise Charters. I tell you what, right now we're going to talk about saltwater fishing along the whole Louisiana coast. Lake Calcasieu, lots of trout, lots of redfish, early and late best under the birds, soft plastics like jig heads, Homer, dewlack, dewlarge, lots of fish getting caught. Main thing, avoid the heat, drink plenty of water, but early and late seems to be your best bite. On the freshwater side, nighttime action on Toledo Bend is really picking up. Tell you what, full moon right now, you can fish them deep, Carolina rig, big 10-inch worms, or you can go shallow, throw spinnerbaits and buzzbaits. Main thing is, get out on the water, have fun, be safe. Happy fishing, may God bless when I see you next week.
Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Lose. Feel the difference. Waypoint Customs. Customize your boat your way. Strike King. Tie one on. Glacier Glove. Stay outdoors longer with our gloves, hats, and shades. Fishing Specialties. Makers of the premier mount assembly for live sonar.
Here we go. Fish on. And that fish was laying right there. The outgoing tide is washing right past the point. There we go. Fish on. Fish on. I don't know what I got, but I got a fish. Be a red. That's a red. All right. I caught a red on my redfish magic. There we go, and he's kind of tangled up. Slip a net under it. Whoa, come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. There we go. Now I've got a redfish. Okay. All right, Bay St. Louis is producing now. As you can see, this is just absolutely beautiful water up in here. Calm down, buddy. There we go. That's just a nice marsh redfish. Welcome back, everybody. Bay St. Louis. A good marsh redfish. Beautiful. One spot on his tail. That one would be a good keeper. How's that for a catch? Back you go, buddy. Well, as you can see, you just can't find any more beautiful water to catch redfish in than this. I can only get back in this really shallow stuff when the tide is up. So I'm right at high tide right now, and here they've got a couple of feet of tide. So it makes a huge difference way back in this marsh like this. At low tide, you've probably only got a foot of water in here, but right now I've got about 3 feet, and the redfish will follow the tide up into that grass. So from low tide, they'll stay out there on those points and out in deeper water, and they're hard to find. But boy, once that tide starts moving and pushing back up into this grass, they'll follow it, and eventually at super high tide, they'll get way back in that grass where you can't hardly even find them. Time it for high tide, get back in here in this grass, and catch you some redfish.
Man, we're really blessed going into this early point of summer with all but a couple of our lakes either at normal or above normal lake levels. Grand Lake in particular right now is really good fishing for a variety of species and pretty much the full length of that body of water, and that's a big old lake. Why bass action? They're starting to get lots of schooling activity there. Appreciate Steve Higgins sending along this video from one of their recent outings there. Schooling fish, a great way to catch those is always have that jig and spoon or cotton cordell gay blade tied on, because you can cast those baits a long way. Also at Grand right now, this is a great time to catch those crappie up underneath those docks by the technique known as dock shooting, which is a lot of fun. Bass at Grand Lake, a lot of fish are being caught on the points. You can go with that biffle bug and a hard head, or you can go with a lipped diving crankbait that's running in that 6 to 9 foot range. Crappie wise, think about 10 to 12 foot deep. Bass, think about 6 to 9 foot deep. A lot of fun, a lot of fish catching going on across the state, but you can't catch them if you don't get them.
There we go. Fish on. Here we go. Good redfish. Oh, and he's going straight behind the boat too. Let me put the poles down. Try to stop us. He was in the classic spot. Right off of a tiny little point right here. I think he's just a slot red, but he has got a lot of power to him. Yep. All right, that's a good red. All right, there we go. There's a nice red for you. There we go. How about that? He ate my redfish magic, and you probably can't see it, but there's a little point of grass right at the mouth of a little ditch, and that fish was laying right there. The outgoing tide is washing right past the point, and he's just laying in the calm water, letting that tide carry all kinds of bait fish past him. That's a beautiful fish too. He's got one spot on his tail and a bright, bright gold fish. All right. Well, let's put him back, and I will tell you that there's not much more classic looking spot than all this area back here in the back of Bay St. Louis. Nice redfish for you in a beautiful spot. You want to come get you some of this Mississippi redfish, folks. It doesn't get any better.
Watch our latest episode or catch up on past episodes on our website at letsfishtv.com. Be sure to hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter for new fishing videos every day. And download the free Waypoint TV app to get all the latest episodes every week on your phone, tablet, computer, or smart TV. Let's Fish TV is proudly backed by Mercury. Go boldly. Lowrance, America's #1 fish finder. Gulf Shores and Orange Beach, Alabama. Get our free fishing guide at orangebeach.com. Motor Guides Tour Pro with GPS Anchor. The tour is back. Blazer, high-performance boats for high-performance anglers.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's get right on to your Ask the Pro question for this week. Martin wants to know, how do you stay physically healthy so that your body can handle the physical stress that comes from fishing tournaments regularly? For an answer, we asked 2020 Bassmaster Elite Angler of the Year, Clark Windland.
You know, for me, staying physically fit to be able to handle the rigors of traveling and fishing for a living, basically, I just try to eat really well. I exercise whenever I can. My diet, you know, basically drink quite a bit of water when I'm on the water, and then, you know, eat a good dinner at night. And sometimes I'll eat breakfast, but not all the time. But just try to eat as well as I can.
Thanks so much, Clark, for sharing that information with us. If you want some help from one of the pros, simply go to letsfishtv.com. Follow that Ask the Pro link and submit a question. Now let's see who wins this week's Big Catch of the Week.
We've made it safely back to the harbor, and our Waypoint Customs Blazer Dream fishing machine has carried us all around the bay here and caught all these fish and done a great job. We've enjoyed fishing out of it. It's time right now for this week's winner in the Big Catch of the Week contest. He's Marcus Abear of Erath, Louisiana, showing a 21.3-pound red snapper he caught in the Gulf of Mexico off Louisiana. If you'd like to be our winner and have you and your big fish shown on our show, just go to our website at letsfishtv.com, scroll to the bottom of the homepage, click on the Big Catch of the Week, and follow the instructions. You might be our next winner.
Here's today's Right Stuff, presented by Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Next up on the Academy Right Stuff, it's a couple of pieces of gear that were critical to helping us catch all these species of fish here at Bay St. Louis. It begins with the Lew's Inshore Speed Stick casting rod. This is a perfect setup, 7-foot, medium action. It's the perfect action for redfish, speckled trout, and flounder. And the bait that I caught most of the fish on today is a Strike King Redfish Magic. It's been around forever. I've caught fish up and down all the Gulf and Atlantic coast on this bait. I was talking to a good friend on the phone the other day, and it dawned on both of us about the same time that next year we will have been good friends for 40 years. Do you realize how hard that is? Those are the people that will stand with you through the test of time in the good and the bad. How many friends can you honestly say you've had for 30 or 40 years? If you have any, you'd better cherish and protect those friendships, because good friends like that don't grow on trees. If you didn't already know how good the fishing is along the Mississippi Gulf Coast, you do now, and it would be well worth a vacation or a fishing trip anywhere along these destinations that we talked about on this week's show, including right here at Bay St. Louis. I want to give you a website you can go to and get lots of travel information about the entire state of Mississippi and some of the great fishing all over the Magnolia State. From Bay St. Louis, we'll see you next week. I'm Barry Stokes saying, let's fish, everybody. Be safe, have fun. Bye-bye, y'all.